so this is Nana's bedroom, and this is kind of her oasis. We loved this color and the dramatic color drenching effect that we decided to go with. It is a Farrow and Ball Denims color, and I feel like it was just such a good contradiction to the bright and airy family room for her to have this like deeper, more moody tone in here.
Yeah, and throughout the new addition that is Nana's space, you know, it's only 1,000 square feet, but we went with the really elevated ceilings, and that just gives it a bigger feel.
Yeah. So you don't feel like, even though this is a smaller room, you don't feel like it's that small because you have all of this headroom. So just having this be kind of like her own little intimate sanctuary was important. I think the color is like really brought that feeling home, and then incorporating, like we said, natural light wherever possible. So we put this transom window above her bed to bring in more natural light, her big windows that look out to the backyard. And then
I would say something that we worked on for cohesivity between our house and this one was carrying through like the same shaker style doors, the same molding on windows that we used throughout our house. With the flooring, we used the same oak flooring and the same stain pattern throughout the house. So we really wanted it to feel like one cohesive body.
All right, let's show you her bathroom. Bathroom, and what I feel like we went back and forth on tile when thinking about this space.
Well, one of the big things, we wanted to carry elements from our area into her area. So, you know, these are 12 by 24 tiles on the floor, but this is the same as one of the tiles we used in the checkerboard of our butler's pantry.
Yes. So you'll see kind of that common theme throughout, like any way that we were able to tie in one space to some other space in our home, we did that, whether it was wall color, whether it was the tile. We just wanted to make it feel like, even though it's these two homes, it's still one unit together.
And some sacrifices you have to make because it is a smaller space. She wanted a big soaking tub, but we realized that she had just recently retired and it probably wasn't the most practical thing. So we went with this walk-in shower, which she's loved, obviously.
Yes, so she has her one vanity, which is perfect for her and allows her to have more storage, a bright mirror where she can see and, you know, do anything she needs to do makeup-wise. The heated floors was a must for her. That was an added bonus, but having these heated, since it is on a crawl space over here, was important to her. And then we decided to go with the vertical tile in her shower on the wall, just to kind of continue that upward eyesight, like bringing your eyes up, drawing you higher to make this space feel more open than it is. Also, like the doorways are 36-inch, which was important. We didn't necessarily make the home ADA, but we definitely were like looking at those guidelines for long-term usage of this space. So now that we've shown you Nana's oasis, let's head upstairs and we'll show you our primary suite. So I describe our home as like cozy, modern, traditional. So seeing as we bought a house that was already built, we wanted to stay true to its character, which is definitely that traditional colonial style. But at the same time, we have kids, we have dogs, there's lots of chaos. So I love like modern furniture just because it keeps things looking clean and organized. So combining those two with a touch of like cozy elements, warm earth tones, has always been our go-to.
We're good at making decisions. So in this era, there's a million things you can pick for anything from drapes to floor colors or paint. So we're pretty good about settling on something and going with it and then not regretting it in the future. That's a big element of the decision process.
One of us will be like, I'm looking at these two items, and then the other one will just come in and make a decision, and that's what we're going with.
Yep.
All right, so this is our new primary bedroom. As we've told you guys, original colonials built in the 1970s came with very small primary suites. And one thing that was important for us during this project was making sure that the whole home retained its value with adding on this new square footage. So with that, we felt like the primary suite needed a little bit of a facelift. and an expansion. So we actually added all of this square footage new, and we built this on top of what was our existing butler's pantry and family room area. So we were able to create a very large open primary bedroom.
Yeah, this one was kind of French inspired, also with the bathroom we'll show you in a moment. But things like the wainscoting, details like that to give it that traditional feel and also a little bit of that French feel.
Yep. And then I loved, like, we ended up going with this color, which it is Farrow and Ball light blue. I call it like a chameleon color because sometimes of the day it looks like this soft minty green. Other times it looks light blue. There's moments where you get gray, but it's also like a beautiful color when you complement it with the copper and the rust tones. It does so well with that warmth, but I loved like color drenching this room with that color because I felt like it just worked with everything we were going to incorporate into the space.
Very dynamic, lots of personality. Other thing, because this is where we're spending a lot of our time, the creature comforts like blackout curtains, white noise machines, comfortable bedding.
We are Boll and Branch lovers,
yeah.
So we have like recently decided that like we're gonna invest in our bedding because this is where we spend most of our time.
Now the problem is it's so comfortable that all the dogs and all the children end up in our bed most nights, so it is what it is.
So next I'm gonna show you what's like my crown jewel of this space, and that is our primary bathroom. The inspiration behind this was from all of our years of luxury family travel that we do with strolling in the suburbs, creating a luxurious bathroom situation. And I think we
the patterns, the fixtures.
Yep.
So we took some inspiration and we think we've done it as well as some of our favorite brands.
Yep. Okay, so some of my favorite elements in this space definitely includes the clawfoot tub. We also decided to go with heated floors in here since it is such a large tiled space. And so we pulled these limestone tiles, which again reflect back to the family room fireplace. So we were able to incorporate that in two places. And then all of the marble that you see on the wall is from the only US quarry, which is in Colorado. So we were able to get this tile from a distributor located in the United States. And I feel like this wall with the windows and the tub was like my dream Disney princess moment.
Definitely another dramatic element. But the floors, like she said, they're so soft underfoot. The heated floors, sometimes stone floors can be kind of cold in the winter. That has not been an issue. Because
we went with this very light marble and light floor, we felt like we needed some warmth again in this space, which is why we ended up going with the darker Fabuwood cabinets. They also had this beautiful beadboard, which was in the matching color of the cabinetry, and I felt like that kind of grounded the space and tied in some of that warmth and richness that we were looking for. A bit of a controversial topic, we realized. I actually decided when designing this space, instead of a mirror in front of my vanity, to do a big window. And then I just put this cute little mirror on the side. Every morning when I wake up and I'm like washing my face and getting ready for the day, you know, I much rather look at the beautiful like scenery outside than what I look like in the mirror anyways. So that was kind of like a unique and bold decision-making process that I went with. The pictures behind us are from some of our travels. The one on the left is from a trip where we were at Four Seasons Anguilla, which honestly was a lot of the inspiration for this room. And then this one on the right was at the beach in St. Simons. And since travel is such a big part of our lives, we love to incorporate, you know, our family photos that we've taken on our trips to be able to like reflect back and look at some of those great memories that we've had together.
Again, big walk-in shower. Some of these houses that were built in the 70s, they had kind of the built-in tub, a little slippery, a little tight. We knew that we liked a big area.
I think the original primary bathroom in this house had carpet, right?
It had carpet. It was a built-in tub with carpet.
So long ago.
Yeah. No, but this is great, especially when we're just trying to quickly rinse the kids. You know, she can go in there with them, kind of shower them down without having to get herself wet. And again, the zero entry is nice. We knew that we wanted to carry the herringbone all the way from the main bathroom into the shower, which has worked very well.
Yeah, so all Kohler fixtures in here. This is the birthday bathtub from Kohler. So it was like an anniversary piece that they had.
Thanks for watching. Go to homeworthy.com for exclusive content and shopping guides.